And the final for the World Rugby HSBC 7 Series in Singapore 2017 is ahead of us. We welcome Matthew Rodden to the big time. His 17th match in the World Series over the years, and he's in charge of this one for the 5th place semi-final. Osia Kolinisau of Fiji kicks off. Light the fuse and stand back. There's a lot of pride at stake for these two teams. This is bound not to be grunt and grind. It's bound to be very spectacular, as befitting the success that these two teams have offered us, not just this season, but in recent times as well. And one of the guys responsible is number 9, Jerry Tuwai, and out wide it's Isaki Katonembao. Tuwai again. The big defence is coming in on him, and there is Werner Koch, who is such an outstanding member of the South African team, both on attack and defence. And it's Fiji. Look at the high power they're playing at. Carl Tanana is with me. Really, Carl, in 5th place, this couldn't get any better.
Well, it's the first time the South African team hasn't been in a cup final, Keith, all season long. It's the 8th tournament, one of the most consistent, or the most consistent team on the circuit so far. Fiji, they'll be very disappointed. So they'll want to get back on track. They had an opportunity to really nail home a good advantage. Wasn't to be, but what a top quality game this early on day 2.
Good kick by South Africa. Yes, it has bounced to the touchline. They'll have the set start from the line out.
The one thing that was very evident is Neil Powell was not happy with his corner final loss. As you'd expect, already the tempo of the South African team defensively very tough. And that's an area Fiji really nailed them last weekend in the cup final in Hong Kong. That's for sure. Defensively, they're outstanding, Fiji.
But look at the height advantage at the front of the line out. There's nothing short about Phil Snyman and Dylan Sage and Tim Mugabe, the forwards for South Africa, but my word is a big, tall timber is more than a vangi. But look at South Africa! As befitting his glorious name, South Africa.
Well, we highlighted him as one to watch. South Africa off the back of the line out. Executed it out. See, Agaba gets up nice and high. Snyman comes off the back. Africa comes around and he scores his 150th try for South Africa. Congratulations.
Here he goes with the conversion. Snaps it through. 7-0. Look at it again. A set move.
Yeah, great set piece. Snyman was one of the lifters. Gets up. Once Agaba secured the ball, he comes out, wraps around centre with Africa, creates the overlap. Well worked move.
Number 12.
Well, now Ruan Nel for South Africa has been subbed off. He's going off, holding his, or dangling his forearm, you see, down in the foreground. So that's a blow for South Africa. Maybe they thought he would get through with that injury, because very little players unfolded and he's off. So let's now see what Fiji offers in reply. What they offer straight away is Katonembao to Kunuvula, and now out into the out of action. We've got all kinds of attacking options out here. Kolinisau, Navungu and Tuwai, 3 of the best in the business. There's Tuwai.
Roach.
Mozanathangi cleared away by Nosoko. And Katonembao. Oh, he's done it again, the little guy, Waisia Nafungu.
I like the physicality of the Fijian team, really taking it to South Africa. Katonembao, look at him, he takes the angle, offloads it beautifully to Nathungu, who must be near the top of the try scorers in Singapore this weekend. He has been absolutely brilliant. Look at the crowd and the support in the background too, Keith, going off.
Kolinisau converts. What a start to this one. There he is, he's top of the pots in the try-scoring Waisia Nathungu. And don't they just love it? The supporters who turn up anywhere in the world where Sevens is playing. So now Koleniusau stabs the kick off. It's bounced forward off the hands of the big man Kunavula, and so advantage is playing. Look at that. Werner Koch was staggered, and now Agama is driven down and driven to the sideline. These boys from Fiji are in this game. Red light flashing.
Look at Nathungu, the smallest man on the field in jersey number 8, lowering Agaba with a great technique. He got under his ribs and forced him back. And look where Fiji are, deep within the blitz spot, 22.
And here's little Nathungu. Jerry too wide of the throw. Nathungu is out wide, so is Koleniusau. It's a three-pronged attack, but they give it to the Iceman. And it's gone to the sideline. Clever decoy there, Carl.
Well, they tried their own set piece. South Africa had a nice line-out move to score their try. Fiji tried their own. Giving it to the older statesman. Paddy Say to Branko de Prea. I'll remember that, champ.
Give it to the heavy furniture. Now, let's see what South Africa, what their attitude is in defence. A minute to go till half-time.
Stay here.
Nice work. Agaba gets it from de Prea. Werner Koch, he got that away now. Beautiful looping and passing. And it's out wide to Sibizwapi. Oh, slammed down at the halfway line. Perfectly fair tackle. Werner Koch's been taking a few thumps, but he's always in the business. Here is Dylan Sage. Now, let's have a look at that one, Mr. Referee, sir.
Yeah, he just got caught wrong-footed, did Katoni Bawa, unfortunately. Sage there just goes up and realises it wasn't on purpose. Yeah, saying sorry, my apologies.
Captain.
Unfortunate too, Keith, because it's starting to warm up, and I think he's going to get a yellow card.
Yeah.
It's a swinging arm.
It's a red card. It's a red card against Aisaki Katonembao, and that's a blow against Fiji's hopes. And we have to say that it's justifiable. Let's look at that. Yeah, it was a hard hit by Katonembao, but in... Can we just say this? One of the nicest men on the tour has been sent from the field in disgrace. So, play goes on. 7-all. Here they come. It'll be 6 against 7. That one hasn't gone backwards. Nasoko. Here they go again. It's Kaleone Nosoko. He himself was suspended for a couple of games from last week through to this week. So it's all happening. Nathungu. Oh, brilliantly picked up by Nathungu. Here he comes. Too far.
Well, they don't need 7 men, Keith. That's as good. This Fijian team sometimes through adversity and makes you play. But look at this attack on the sweeper by Kunavula. The young man passes it off to Nathungu, the man of the moment, who extends his try-scoring lead. Fiji on fire.
KK, Captain Koleniusau. Wow. Sounds good. Conversion is over. And half-time is reached. Tempestuous rugby. And this, remember, is only... It's been such a battle. They're usually playing in finals or cup semi-finals. Here they are playing for the 5th place semi-final, but it's, Jim will sense, I'm sure, at home, unfinished business for a great rivalry between these two nations in rugby sevens this year. And this man running is Muthanavangi, a man with a beautiful name, cleared away by Koleniusau, out wide to Nosoko, bumped through Branko de Prea. He's going to try and build it up from the back, very elusive, kind of irrational running sometimes. Most of the time he gets away with it.
Well, it seems South Africa are the ones on their heels at the moment. Fiji playing some inspirational rugby, especially going forward. And what I like about it, they're being physical. They're taking out the playmakers. Branko de Pree says South Africa, when they do use this strong approach, and South Africa just can't get into their attacking flair.
There's probably the smallest man on the field. There's his tally of points. Playing alongside him in the back line is the man that's ahead of him, Siabalo Sinatla. Well, he's not in the team anymore, but the way Sibuzwapi is playing, he's playing right up there with the standards already set out wide where the speed comes into the sevens game. Branko throws going high is to Mugabe. Change of direction. There are the two men working together so brilliantly. Quick alike, aren't they? Look alike, yes, as well. And Sneman rushes into the 22. This is South Africa coming back. That Fiji 7 on 6. And there is going to be an advantage played for offside. Werner Kok is going to exploit it. And out it goes to Sibuzwapi.
Now look at this great piece of skill from Werner Kok. This is why he's been so good for so long. A past Sevens Player of the Year. He receives the ball right here, comes across with eyes up the situation, draws in the winger, and the timing of the pass. It's a small skill, but a lot of kids should be watching at home. That's how you draw a pass and get it done.
So he'll change sides for the kicker, and du Preez has added another to his tally. He's creeping up as well as Africa. All tied up at 40 in all. There's Cecil. He's not calculating that total of points, I'm sure, but brilliantly playing in the midfield there with his teammate Branko de Pree. So number 2 is on Jasa Veramalua, one of the most accomplished forwards in the business. He gives the big hoist to his captain, and they've overclubbed that one. It's gone into out of bounds, and back they go for a start for Fiji at halfway.
Jerry Tuwai is the one who's going to be the man on the ball. Kalini Sao is going to be going out to the right-hand side, and Nathungu also to the right. So you're loading your superstar backs to the right or the forwards to the left.
And they're all superstars, aren't they? Klinisau, Nathungu and Tuwai. And as we saw, the forwards are capable of making some driving play. Another penalty from referee Matthew Rodden from Hong Kong. Tuwai takes it himself. Not at great speed. Veramalua now off to Modanadangi. And that's the way to get it wide. If there's no one clear to pass to, just give it a little tap off the end of the boot. Okay, here's Africa. Now the chase is on. Nathungu and Cecil Africa. And beautiful work by Cecil Africa. Referee Rodden says the try is scored. Cecil Africa.
Well, the turnover had to break down all the hard work done by Dylan Sage, Chris Dry right there. Cecil Africa, there's no room, but look at the way he kicks the ball inside out. It bounces back towards him, and he's racing against Nathungu, who's the top try scorer in Singapore. And it sits up beautifully. Great control by Cecil Africa.
Sadareki Makuriata is on the field. Number 4, you'll see him wearing. Fiji are pulling their players off the bench and on into the action. Tired legs with one man down. Katonambau red carded. Branko de Pree on the kick.
I just like the way the variation, the heads up play. You can see because they're one man down, there's no one back in the sweeper role. Nathungu tried as hard as he could, couldn't make it up. But that takes a lot of skill to be able to pick that ball up under duress and score.
2 tries for Cecil. South Africa in the lead now. A minute and a half to go. Let's watch this one. Well lifted by Kalinisau, but not well caught.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Fiji. I don't think they needed a lift there. That was quite long, that kickoff. They just unfortunately got it wrong with the timing. Vitamalua and the captain, Kalinisau. They really do need to hold them out here. Such a warrior, Kalinisau. One of the top tacklers on the 7th circuit. Looks like he's coming to the sideline. He's given everything this weekend for his team. I'll see you, Kalinisau.
So, yes, Kalinisau in the foreground comes off, and Nathanali Lamba is on. Jared Tuwai goes into scrum half to mark Afrikaan. Crowd getting into this. Let's look again. It's Dupriya. Oh, slammed to the floor. Cecil Africa, Werner Koch. It's always dangerous when he's got the ball. Zane Davids, remember the thrill he got when he scored his first try just 24 hours ago? He hasn't quite made it here.
Oh, Fiji's feed into the scrum. He tried to have a double dab. I thought it might have been a penalty here, Keith. Good covering from Fiji, from Jerry Tuwai. Look at him here. That stop. Tries to advance, and there's the knock on. Would you bet against Fiji running 99 metres to score a try?
Well, that's what that can do. It's not what they practice that they can do. It's what they can't do that often comes off as a planned-looking move. And here they come. Joshua Vithi gives it to Vitamalua. Big man, ball in one hand, playing out of their skins for the pride of the nation. They can hear the cheering from Suva and Nandi and Lautoka and all the other little places and big towns back home. But South Africa have the lead, and the referee stops the game. Is this the end of it? We would hope that it goes on, but the carnival is over here. And it was only a 5th place semi-final. That's how good it gets at the sevens, at whatever you're watching it. And again, we compliment the players on the respect they show each other. A long game, a tremendous game, a dramatic game in some ways. But in the end, South Africa progressed through on the back of a 19-14 win over Fiji.